Hello everyone, I have a special guest here today. I have my father. Now, my channel is called Accounting for Luxury because I am a CPA and tax accountant. My father is also a CPA and an accounting chairman at the university where we live. And so because of that, we sort of look at luxury a little bit differently than a lot of people do. And we analyze the numbers a little bit different than a lot of people do. So I'm going to be getting his reaction to the luxury prices of some of the most popular luxury items. Both some of the classic pieces as well as some of the more popular at the moment pieces. And so with that, let's get into the video. All right, so I'm gonna show him some bags, some shoes, some ready to wear, some accessories, but let's start out with bags from Louis Vuitton, as that is where both my mother and I got our very first luxury bags from. And the first bag that I wanna show you is a bag that I have. It is the Neverfull, so that's my big tote that I carry. And it is currently $2,100 in the size that I have and the pattern that I have, and it also comes with a small pouch inside.
I've come a long way in this luxury thing. I've learned a lot. And I've learned to think in terms of quality and exclusivity as factors that are important. And also, of course, the way it looks, right? I like the look of the Louis Vuitton. I've gotten used to it. It's kind of, I see it everywhere. It's really useful to you. Mm-hmm. It's not just looks good, but it's useful. It doesn't crack and it doesn't peel, and that's a good thing, even for the older bags. So that tells me it's got a lot of quality. I don't know how exclusive Louis Vuitton is, but the Neverfull is one that's in a regular line. $2,100, it sounds, from a luxury standpoint, sounds reasonable for the bag.
Now, another piece from Louis Vuitton that is one of their more modern pieces, very popular piece that's out right now, is called the Louis Vuitton Side Trunk. And it's a bag. This particular version I'm going to show you is made out of leather as opposed to the canvas. But it has elements of Louis Vuitton's trunks. And it is priced at $43.50.
I think they're playing off the trunk name. The idea of the trunks being kind of, you gotta have a trunk, right? Don't even get me going on the price of the trunks. But I don't particularly care for it. I've seen other purses from other vendors. Chanel has a really nice bag. Gucci has a really nice black bag. Louis Vuitton has another nice bag, like we bought your mother for Christmas. I mean, if you're gonna spend that much money, it's gotta be something you really like. I probably would say,
This is considered sort of like their ultimate bag, and that is the Cappucines. Mm-hmm. And this particular version that I'm going to show you has a touch of python on it, making it an exotic bag.
So it's a cool looking bag, I guess. It's very fashionable, very youthful, I think. But it also has touches of maybe a kind of bag, if you took the shoulder strap off, the kind of bag Queen Elizabeth might have, carried around with her. I don't know, when I think Louis Vuitton, I think it's got to have something of the Louis Vuitton look to it. Now the python texture,
it is real.
It was a real python. Yeah. Well, then that's good. How much do they want for that bag?
$75.50.
Oh, that's just silly. That's just silly. I can see it priced with the others, but I don't see $7,500.
So I'm going to show you two bags from Chanel. One that's considered the entry-level bag, and one that is considered the classic.
Okay.
So entry-level for Chanel is considered to be their wallet on chain. So this bag, you can put like your phone, you can put your keys and your cards in
so
there.
It's not real big.
So it's not real big, but it is priced at $33.50.
Well, Chanel stuff is expensive. I like the look of the bag. I like their stuff. Their leather's nice and soft, and the quilted leather actually feels a little quilted. It's a fair price for the bag.
If we go up to the actual small size in the classic flat bag, it is $9,600.
What? $9,500. It's like, I would never pay $9,500 for a purse for anybody. I love you and your mother a lot, but there's no way I'm paying $9,500 for a purse. It's just not going to happen. I think you can get, something else. Gucci and Louis have stuff that looks just as nice for a third of the price. I'd feel scared to carry that around. I don't own anything other than my truck. that costs that much money in my house. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't have anything like that. I'd be scared to carry it.
Bags from YSL. I have 2 bags, more of an entry level and sort of their big stealing the show bag. So the first one is the YSL Camera Bag, which is the YSL bag I have. It's $16.90.
Okay, so the first thing that strikes me about that bag is I like the YSL on the front. You can tell it's a YSL bag. Okay, to me, if you're gonna buy luxury, you got to be able to tell what it is by looking. Instantly know what it is when you look at it. Because what's the point, right? If it looks like any other bag from Walmart or Ross, I mean, what's the point if it doesn't jump out at you and say, I'm YSL, I'm Louis, I'm Chanel, I'm Gucci, right?
Yeah.
So to me, that's important. And it does do that. The tassel on the side is kind of cool. I like that bag. I mean, it looks good on you.
Yeah.
I think that price is a reasonable price for a luxury bag for somebody like me.
Yeah.
Who would be buying it as a gift for their daughter or wife. To me, I think that's a reasonable price for a luxury item. That's something I would spend, and I wouldn't feel guilty about spending it. Yeah, I go back to the other bag. If I'm going to spend $10,000, I'm going to go buy a diamond.
Now, their most popular bag is their big tote, the ICare tote. It has 24-karat gold-plated hardware on it. You also get a small bag inside of it. It is $4,900.
Okay, so first of all, the fact that it's gold-plated, as the Shania Twain song says, that don't impress me much. Gold plate is just a little. It's a process that puts a really, really thin layer of gold. It's not like you can get the gold off it and it's worth anything.
Okay.
It just looks nice, but polished brass looks just as nice to me.
Okay.
So that doesn't impress me at all. Honestly, if I'm going to get a tote, if I'm going to recommend it, I like the Louis Neverfull better.
Okay.
So I don't know, does this one have a zipper close on the top?
It does not.
Okay, so neither one of them do.
Yeah.
So they're open, so it's not that you wouldn't want to carry a lot of valuables in it because it's wide open.
Okay.
I don't particularly like that shape personally.
Okay.
So there's no way I'd pay that much for that bag just because I don't particularly care for the shape.
Yeah. You mentioned the Louis Vuitton and the YSL not having a zipper. So let me show you a tote bag from Faure Lepage. They were initially the gun makers for the French royal family. And so they made bags that were associated with guns. And over time, they've dropped the gun part and now they just make bags.
Okay.
But their tote is the Daily Battle tote. And I'm going to show you the zipped.
Daily Battle tote. And how much is it?
It is $16.50.
I do like that it has a zipper.
Yeah.
In today's environment where people will assault you and steal from you at the drop of a hat, anything you can do to make it more difficult for them is better. An open top tote bag almost invites problems in today's society. It's I don't know, people are just getting awful, right? So a zipper helps. If this is going to be a bag, like this girl that's wearing it in the picture looks like she's getting ready to go to the beach or something. And that looks like a bag that it looks like a bag you would carry with you to the beach, but would you really want to take a bag like that to the beach? I get confused with bags that look like they're utility bags, but then they're luxury priced. That just confuses me a little bit.
Okay. So do you think that this one is worth it $16.95 compared to the Neverfull at $2,100?
I think they're both comparable.
Okay.
Okay. I just like the Louis better.
Let me show you some bags from Fendi. I'm going to show you sort of their 3 main bags, which is the Baguette, the Peekaboo, and the Fendi First.
Okay.
All right, so first up is the Baguette in fabric. This is their fabric Zucca print.
Okay.
And it has a top handle or a crossbody strap that you can put on it.
It's cute. It looks tiny. I don't know how much you could put in it. I don't mean this to sound sexist or misogynistic, but most women I know carry more with you. And so I don't know how useful a bag like that. If you're really young, I think a lot of younger people carry much less stuff with them.
Yeah.
And as you get older, you carry more stuff with you. And so that bag would be really good for somebody really young. I don't know if it's going to be good for, somebody that's a little older. How much do they want for it?
$3,750.
Looks awful. I don't know. I spent $3,750. I don't know if I'm getting a lot.
The next bag is going to be the Fendi First. Now, this was sort of the first bag that was launched by their current creative director. It has little clips that swing out that you can attach a crossbody strap to, or you can carry it as a clutch. This is the Fendi First.
So I've seen that bag before in pictures that where you've posted and shown
Yes.
it. The bag is clever. First of all, it meets my criteria that when you look at it, you know what it is. You can see the F for Fendi, right? It's different because it's got the the slanted top on it. That makes it kind of cool. I don't know how much stuff would fit in it. No, it's a classic Fendi bag. I think it does go well. I like the girl in the picture. She looks like she's dressed up for an event. Yeah. And the bag fits really well with her clothes.
And most people carry this bag for events.
And in that case, I think it's good. The price is reasonable.
Yeah.
It's compared to the price of the other one.
Yeah.
I think this price is really reasonable.
Yeah.
And you're getting a classic Fendi bag. People are going to say, "Oh, that's a Fendi bag" when you see it. Well, people who know Fendi.
The last bag I'm going to show you is the Peekaboo. The reason it's called the Peekaboo is because the front flap can flip down and show the bar inside.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And it is $5,400.
So I look at that and I think that looks like a retro bag to me.
Okay.
And that's something that I think would appeal to a lot of younger people. It's kind of cool that you can fold that flap down and see the bar if you want to show the bar. I guess that's pretty cool. It looks like a reasonably sized bag. It's got a shoulder strap with it. It's okay. I have trouble looking at that and saying, "Oh, that's Fendi." I don't know, $5,400. I would see that more as a $3,500 bag.
All right, now we're going to move on to some ready to wear. I'm going to start with Dior. So that is considered a very classic, popular piece. Is their reversible sweater. So it has all the Christian Dior, the Dior monogram all over it, or you can reverse it and it's plain with just Christian Dior on the back.
Okay.
And it is $3,400.
Okay, there's no way I'm paying $3,400 for a sweater. Okay? I don't care if it's a one of a kind. I'm not paying $3,400 for a sweater. Ever. I'm sorry. So we can move on to the next one.
Okay.
That's just not going to happen.
So next, one of Fendi's classic pieces is called their Go To Jacket. And it comes in their classic FF. It is $2,390.
That looks pretty cool. And $2,390 is a lot better price to me than $3,400. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I like was that a pleat in the back?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I like the look of it. It's got the Fendi pattern, so you know what it is. Yeah. But the pattern doesn't scream Fendi, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like some kind of geometric shape, but
then you get up close to it and you see
realize what it is. So I don't know. I kind of like that jacket.
Another jacket, which is considered the classic jacket from YSL, is their Teddy jacket. So this is sort of like a bomber style jacket. It's wool and then it's got like some leather on it. $2,690.
Jacket looks a little slouchy to me. It just looks like a slouchy Letterman's jacket.
Okay. So you don't think that this one is as worth it as like the Fendi one was?
No, I like the Fendi one best so far.
From Chanel, for one of their classic tweed jackets that's out right now. This jacket is $10,450.
You buy that jacket, my comment is you're just showing off. I don't think that jacket looks that great either. Yeah. I kind of like the Fendi jacket a whole lot more.
All right, now shoes. First up for shoes is going to be the classic Louis Vuitton Kate Pump. It is $795, and this is the classic red bottom, black pump.
Okay, so two things. First, I've gotten used to $700-800 shoes with you growing up, okay? I don't know how I've gotten used to it, but I wouldn't spend that much on me. But
that's how much our show boots cost.
That's show boots. I was going to say show boots can cost that much, so I kind of got used to that idea. Second, a disclaimer: I am never advocating that any woman feel like she has to wear high heels. They're not good for your feet. We know that, and I would only wear them if you really like them and feel comfortable in them and enjoy wearing them. Never wear a shoe like this just because somebody else tells you it makes you look good, okay? Because they're not healthy for your feet. But having said that, that's a good looking shoe. Yeah. Even by itself, not even being worn, it's a nice looking shoe. For a Louboutin, I get it. Yeah. I watched. What was the show? Sex and the City. Yeah. So I remember the Louboutins. They were all excited about those. They've been around a while. They're kind of a classic, iconic luxury shoe. Yeah. So. Okay.
So you think that that's fair? You don't think it's
for people who want that shoe and like it and they're comfortable in it?
You don't think it's like just crazy, expensive, ridiculous for a luxury
I would
shoe?
never suggest somebody buy that shoe if they're going to wear it like once and they're not comfortable in it. Yeah. Okay.
It's like if
it
you aren't
hurts their
comfortable
foot.
walking, it's not going to look
No, never buy that shoe. Never spend that kind of money on a shoe. If you're going to have to buy a shoe you don't like or it doesn't feel well, you're only going to wear it once,
Yeah.
buy something cheap.
Yeah. Okay, so next shoe is a classic Chanel. This is their classic beige black slingback. And it is $1,050.
Okay. So I'll start off by saying that the clunkier looking heel
Yeah.
is not something that appeals to me. Personally, that would not appeal to me, certainly at that price. Yeah. I don't see anything really special about that shoe.
Yeah. There are a lot of knockoffs of this shoe.
Yeah. No, it doesn't scream to me luxury special shoe.
So next shoe, and you probably aren't going to like this one since you don't like clunky heels, but it is the Prada combat boot. The boot itself is nylon. It has touches of leather on it, and the sole is rubber.
Okay. So that looks like a Doc Marten to me, which is certainly much cheaper. I always think that again, I get confused. Right? The confusion between a luxury name and something called a combat boot. Okay. Look, if you take the combat boot name out of it, okay, it's a stylish black boot. Okay. I don't think anybody would ever wear that into combat. So to me, no, I wouldn't spend that much money on a pair of boots. No.
All right. Then lastly, Hermes. I have two shoes I'm going to show you from Hermes. First up is their classic Orans sandal. This is just a flat sandal. It is $660.
Well, you better feel good on your foot for that, because I'm telling you, it's just a sandal.
It's not known to be particularly comfortable.
Well, I mean, then why would you buy it? I mean, I guess that's supposed to be an H on the front for Hermes. Okay, but I'm just saying, it's just a sandal.
Okay. All right. Now, the other shoe from Hermes that I want to show you is the Legend sandal. This is a wedge, and it is $870.
Now, that's kind of cute. You've got a pair of shoes that's got the real flowery. Is it? I don't know who made
those
it.
Those are Louboutins.
Okay, so
those were also, I think,
those are cute shoes.
Yeah.
Okay. The heel is more substantial than a spike because it's got that platform on it, and it tapers near the back, so it doesn't have that clunky look to it.
Yeah.
You got the Hermes shape on the front that you had on the sandal, but that shoe looks a little nicer.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's only $870.
Yeah.
For the price difference, I'd go with something like that instead of with the plain old flat sandal.
Yeah.
I mean, you could get Birkenstock sandals that are supposed to feel really good.
They do.
For a whole lot less than $600. I mean, so if I'm going to get a sandal, that's because I'm walking outdoors and stuff. I want something that's going to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Right. And this looks like it might be comfortable.
Yeah.
But it also just looks it's kind of cute, and so I could see $870 for this.
Yeah.
I would not pay the $600 for the sandal.
All right. Then lastly, let's do a couple accessories, and then I'll show you a couple of modern brands, because I'm interested to see what you think of those prices. So first up, the classic Gucci GG belt, which is $540. This is the black Gucci belt that I have.
Okay, if you want a Gucci belt and you want to scream Gucci, that's the belt to have. But if you're wanting to put that around, and that looks good on outfits. Yeah. I've seen it before. That belt looks good if you wear it with nice pants. It also looks good if you wear it with like a jacket or or a long shirt or something. That's kind of a cool belt.
Okay. Now the Louis Vuitton one. This one is reversible. You can have monogram on one side or black leather on the other.
See, I think the same thing about that belt.
This one is $565.
Yeah, I mean, I feel exactly the same. It's a belt that tells what it is.
Yeah.
It looks good. Like the first picture you showed me with the lady had it with a dress, I guess. Mm-hmm. I guess that's like a sweater dress or something. Anyway, that looks good. It cinches the waist in a little bit, so it has a function to it. But it looks nice.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I feel the same way about that's a fine belt if that's what you're wanting.
All right, now Hermes, and let me switch the buckle.
And by the way, the nice thing about belts as an accessory is you can wear them with different outfits.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're stuck with it, right?
Yeah. All right, so now with Hermes, the Hermes belts are reversible leather, so there's all types of different colors that you can get, color combos. So essentially it's like 2 plain leather belts in one with a buckle. So this is sort of like a classic combo. You've got black, and then this is a taupe color.
Again, Hermes can be a little pricier.
This one is $725.
Yeah, they come out of the equestrian area, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a fine belt. I could see wearing that. Okay, I could see somebody wearing that.
Yeah.
With their Jods and horse show.
Yeah.
Right. But it's again, if you want to spend $725, that's a belt's going to last you a long time. It's not going to wear out like shoes will.
Yeah.
Because it's not bending constantly, right? You put it on and leave it. You can wear it every day. You can wear it a lot. So when I talk about coats, that's the question: how often are you going to wear that jacket, right? Well, you're going to wear the belt just about every day.
Yeah.
You can definitely get your use out of that, so that you don't feel like you spent $725 on something that's sitting in a
closet
drawer somewhere.
Yeah.
So I mean that those kind of belts, that's a little pricier than the other ones. It's a couple $100 more, but I think you're paying more. I don't think it's any better quality. A belt is a belt, belt, right? I think what you're paying for there is exclusivity and name.
Okay.
Right?
So the final scarf to show you is the Burberry Classic Wool Checked Scarf at $520.
It's a wool scarf. If that was more like $250, I'd say okay. But you can buy nice scarves from places like Orvis or places like Barber that are a lot less expensive than. I've got a Scottish wool scarf that my parents picked up from Scotland in 1962, and it is still very functional. And I know they didn't pay any $600 for it.
Okay.
All
right. So final thing I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a couple of modern luxury bags from Strathberry, which I have, and from DeMellier, which I just tried, and those videos have been going up last week. So the first one I'm going to show you is the classic Strathberry East-West. I have this bag. It's my navy and tan combo bag. It is $775. I
like that purse. I like the price on it. It's a cute purse. It's functional. It looks like it's made well. It's I don't understand why it's only $770. I would think that's a purse they probably could have asked more for and gotten.
Okay.
I like it. I mean, it looks as good as the Louis.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a nice looking purse.
So then the next two I'm going to show you are 2 of the DeMellier bags. You saw them sitting on the table the other day. So the first one is the Vancouver. It is $485.
Right.
This one is the one that it sort of had the croc effect that I was showing you.
Right. That I was kind of
Yeah, but it does come in a smooth leather. This is the smooth leather.
Yeah. But it's okay. Again, the price is good.
Yeah.
If you're just getting into luxury and you're just getting used to spending more than $29.95 at Marshall's or something, you're just trying to explore into that. This is a great way to get your feet wet. Buy a nice looking bag that's got nice quality, and I think that bag is competing more with the Kate Spade kind of line.
Whereas you felt that Strathberry was closer to like the Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, it just feels. But then again, I'm probably influenced by the Burberry.
Okay.
Look, this whole thing can psychologically influence you one way or the other, right?
All right, and then the final bag I'm going to show you, also DeMellier, also one of the bags you saw the other night, $460, the Mini Venice. This is the green bag.
It looks like a nice quality bag. Again, the price is right. Good entry level luxury kind of bag. For your first purchase, that you want to buy something that looks nice, that's sharp, that makes you feel good about yourself. That's sort of the venturing into that. Both that and the Strathberry, I think, are great introductory kind of luxury items. I don't think as your very first luxury item you're going to go out and spend $3,000 on a bag, right?
Yeah.
You got to sort of get used to it. I think it's important to look for quality, look for something that pops. Look for something that, I say pop, it's recognizable.
Yeah.
Look for something that's functional, right?
But also look for something that makes you happy.
And look for something that makes you happy, that you are going to be able to carry, not only with confidence, but with no stress.
Well, thank you for taking the time to come on here today.
Absolutely.
And we have a little dog who's been begging to go and play outside with her ball. So that's what we're going to go and do now. I hope you have a great rest of your day, everyone. Bye.